Kia ora from Aotearoa. It's Poppy here with the current 9th wave Sacred Mayan energies, and we have just begun a new DAYWAVE 142, and this is in the energy of 7 night. So this is a meditative and dreamy time of sensitivity and exploration with nature as she rises above being usurped for so long. So resting in her embrace, we allow our dreams and meditations to dawn solutions, so the generosity of nature's abundance may open to us. Resting, remaining calm and peaceful, and allowing solutions to dawn into our consciousness. It's the sensitivity of seeing, hearing, feeling, smelling, and using our human senses to find our way with nature's way. Living through the heart with soul tribe support and sharing. True and natural justice, protecting and defending the earth and being loyal and true to her. It's a time of reflective exploration as we respond to the source light received in the days, through the night, or from the creative space of the void, where all possibilities may rise to the surface, where the unconscious and subconscious becomes conscious. The space of observation aligns us with the will of Source and our part within natural creation to respond to the source light we observe in our dream states. So this is intuitive. It means quietening our minds from left brain chatter. Upon reflection, we may address the fears that are there with self-observation, self-acceptance, and self-compassion. Just want to make a little note of that too, that often that chatter can sometimes be from AI technology and things that are left there. There are people who can help people clear that if it's necessary. And I had that done for me, and it just took out so much noise and just left me with my own source connection rather than hearing all of this sort of chatter and stuff that wasn't even mine. So that can be a factor as well. And we may observe from our foundation of innocence and magically weave nature's new reality of new earth from the foundation of our infinite and immortal being. And so it may be. Yeah, so I'm just going to go through each day of this DAYWAVE to give a bigger overview of this time. So 8 seed, which is the second day of the DAYWAVE, and this is the viability of our being seeded from authenticity, being integrated within, and we may network and share our produce with others. And this is really only going to happen as nature just pushes up through us and really does take precedence here, take priority here. At the moment, there's a lot of threat from AI trying to take over and take over consciousness as well. And it's really imperative, I feel, that we are the frequency and that it's our authenticity with Earth's authenticity that needs to really rise up and create the new Earth. It's not going to be done through AI. 9 Serpent is the third day, and this is about ending old patterns of energy sharing, becoming responsible with our energy input and output, especially sexually and sensually. So our energy has been used, it has been hijacked in the past, and so many of us have been really working to reclaim it all for ourselves, so that we are maintaining our energy and being responsible with our sexuality and our sensual way, because these are very creative forces, and it's best if we can use our beautiful energy and frequency with nature. And then we have 10 death, the 4th day, and this is the challenge of rebirth. So it could be one of those days which could be a lot of tears as we release and let go, and we open space for new beginnings and experiences with natural attunement. And that's, that's just really harmonizing with nature. And then we have 11 deer on the 5th day, opening up the gates to self-healing, balance and grace in connection with our meditations and dreaming of solutions. So opening up the gates of our self-healing, we actually have everything within us naturally for our self-healing, but we have forgotten how to do self-healing, and part of our growth is to learn how to do that, and how to do that with actually just having pure love for our being. There's all sorts of technology that people are getting drawn to, like the med beds. These med beds are not natural, and how I sort of see a conflict in that is that if we've had a life, we've had trauma, and we've been healing, and we've been clearing out past lives, parallel lives, wherever we are, our being crosses over many dimensions. And when you do meditate a lot, you do become aware of that. But to go onto a med bed and to have it kind of all healed for you, what's actually going to happen to our consciousness if we do make that choice? Because if it's going to put everything back together again, without us actually doing the work of that and reclaiming ourselves fully, then perhaps our consciousness is being manipulated or reprogrammed or going elsewhere. And also, being a survivor of satanic ritual abuse and being used in the Secret Base program and things like that, you do become aware that this technology has been around underground for a very, very long time. And, they're going to bring this to the surface, as they do. They often bring technology to the surface and make it look like it's all new, but it's actually been around for a very, very long time. But if we're really going to be connected in with nature, then we will actually learn how to do this from our own being, from our own frequency, and that is in keeping with nature, who knows how to balance and harmonize herself. That's what nature does. It's always balancing and reharmonizing, even through all the usurping and everything that has happened. That's still going on, but through our consciousness we actually assist the whole process. So I encourage natural self-healing, that we connect in with our own abilities, and this is also what we can learn from being a lot in this dreaminess, this meditations where these solutions do dawn up and they bubble up in our consciousness, making what's been unconscious conscious. Then 12th star, day 6, and this is the maturity and naturally harmonizing rising in frequency of our authentic soul source light. So to me, source is the ultimate power. It is the seeding of creation. It is the energy. It is intelligence. It is the highest of the high. And that's where I choose to be. And then we have 13 water on the 7th day. This is a time of heightened sensitivity and the accessing of our innate human gifts and abilities, which sends us up towards justice. And this is natural justice. This is where I notice the quantum dynamics do bring these things into effect, where like that deception and all that sort of stuff is actually sort of like getting burnt out of our reality. But anyway, our innate human gifts and abilities send us up towards justice, living by our heart's guidance and loyalty, with soul tribe vibing similarly. So on a 13-day, it sends us up into the next Trecina, which is one dog, which is the 8th day of the day wave. And here I've got sleeping dogs rest and lie down, but they don't lie. There's no deception naturally. They are truly dreaming solutions that originate from justice, heart, loyalty to their tribe. That is the energy of dog. And so that's a 13-day Trecina, which is spread out over this day wave and goes into the following night wave. Then we have 2 monkey, day 9, magical play and observation with innocent curiosity regarding the dreaming of solutions, weave a natural new fabric of new earth reality. We contribute to this with our frequency and with our dedication to nature. I know that many of us actually do realize that we have come here at this time to be a part of the big release and the big shift and the freedom, where we break out of the captivity of this holding space that we are in, this kind of physical simulation, and that we are physically experiencing some things, but then on other dimensions we're experiencing other things which aren't quite as physical, but they also have a lot of power and a lot of strength. And as we go deeper and deeper into our meditations and dreaming, we become more and more aware of that, and we may use that to empower. And then 3 road is actually the beginning of the 9-day phase. So this energy holds over for the 9 days. So we chose a purpose or destiny before we were born, and the energy of this is activated by the power of our hearts. We travel more towards our unique purposes in rhythm with other soul tribe who may be contributing together for the overall will and purposes of nature's grand returning through us on our destiny road. The sun's light of source light fuels our evolution, so we may become what we were destined to become in support of the creation of a new earth reality. So we're actually, those destinies are really coming up strongly now as we're progressing through in this big rebirthing time. It is a road of attunement with nature. Our lives support her ways, and she supports our ways in the destiny of new earth developing through our consciousness and responses. In day 11 we go to 4 reed, and more structure takes form as we unite heaven and earth within and are true to their causes, wills and ways. That's earth and heaven, that's source and nature. In 5 Jaguar, shamanic dreaming empowers a stealthy and healthy life where nature's solutions are revealed to us as we naturally resonate with them. There are answers in nature that come. We don't need technology. In fact, the technology could and are actually removing many people away from nature, and that's separation again. That's still separation because we are nature. 6 Eagle, day 13, and this is a flow of seeing solutions, like from great heights and a grand perspective that uphold the global vision of source and nature. And then on 7 Owl, which is the 14th day, that's a full moon. It's a day of reflective wisdom. Our dreaming and meditations may fly freely through dimensions. You'll find that on these days it's actually easier to access the dimensions. The energies are really in support of that. And so solutions for natural life and living may be observed in other worldly realms. And it gets really otherworldly in these realms, and we find ourselves, our parts of our being on every realm. We are multi-dimensional beings, and we all of those parts of us can come into the one, and that's really unitary, and that's also unitary consciousness, when we are actually aware of everything, and we sort of are in this unified field and sharing life there, and seeing things very, very differently from what we would see in this 3D way, in the hurry and the bustle of life and business that have actually taken so many people away from their natural being. Yeah, we were never meant to slave and work so hard to create all of this energy and finance and commerce for just a few who have been dominating and controlling and making this world even more artificial through that. Then 8 Earth is the day 15 of 18 of the DAYWAVE 142 and 7 Night. This is about integrating the new knowledge gained regarding our beingness. This knowledge is a foundation for the movement of source light that materializes new Earth. And this is done through humanity. 9 Night, the 16th day. It's about ending a pattern that's expiring, and we all have different patterns that have kind of held us back, kept us in artificial realities. So we may very well know what that pattern is for us, and that it is expiring, and it may be clearly seen like a reflection in the knife blade of truth. So new loving patterns may begin with Soul Tribe, who also uphold the ways of truth and natural justice, because this is in the dog Tracina. 10 Storm is the 17th day. Our neural circuitry is upgrading by facing life's challenges with trust in Source that materializes ways and experiences in harmony with nature. Stay centered and calm through storming to access solution through your dreams and meditations. And then the final day of the DAYWAVE is an 11 Sun, and this is a splendid gateway energy. Resolution that Source Light brings in returning to the will and ways of nature to live the dream of freedom in the fullness of the light. And then we will go into the next night wave, 142, which is an 11 Alligator, and it's also going to be super dreamy and nature solution focused as well, as we birth new beginnings from our beingness. And you'll see in there that we are going to have a whole Tracina of night. So this dreaming, this meditation energy is with us for an extended length of time. It's incredible what happens. It's like, how deep does the rabbit hole go when we see ourselves and we see and we observe our unique being, our purpose and everything. This is really, really strong, dreamy energy, and it's really like we are seeing our whole being, our whole existence in a completely new way. This is what all these energies are giving at this time. And just a little bit of a word about these messages, that they are not channeled. They are an intuitive perspective based on experiences relating to the 9th wave True Time Sacred Mind Calendar energies, in connection with Mother Earth, who's like a life force source and planetary materialization of consciousness. So our consciousness does a lot in her healing and in her rising out and really flourishing above all that has kept us in this holding space, all the artificial things, all the technology, even including the alien technology of legislation and ruling and controlling and all of that. And I also connect with Source. Sometimes Father Sky is another name for that, like knowing that it's seeded from the Father. The Source Light is seeded from the Father, from the cosmic axis. So it's the source of the energetic light frequencies that do come from the cosmic axis. So I'm intentionally focusing on the highest potential that the energies may bring, especially as we are going more and more into this era of unitary consciousness. This is the time. And these messages will connect with a few, but together we are strong, intended for entertainment purposes. So let's entertain the unified field with our consciousness. Yeah, so wishing you well as we travel through this little period of time, and so much love to you.